you just draw the graph of perimeter with that relationship roughly. Very good. Yes, it is okay. Now, you can this axis, what is that? Right hand axis, this one. Very good, very good. Now, you come graph the area relationship. Very good. Next, who? You? Volume relationship. Draw the graph. Yes, but you have drawn rightly. So, is not it cubic function. Now, this is this generally in generally if you I take from minus to plus, it should look like that, is not it. So, you see this first one is a straight line, others are curved line. Okay. So, this what is the difference? Based on this thing, something we tell linear function and non-linear function. So, which are the linear functions here? Perimeter, and which is the non-linear? Volume, area, all these things. Means whose power is more than 1, it will be all non-linear. So, actually you see that I will go. So, arithmetic, what is the difference between arithmetic now? If I have if I am given a particular radius, I will directly put it in that formula and I will get the area, is not it. And what we will do in algebra, we will try to establish a relationship. For any r, I will able to generate a graph, and from that graph I can directly put a for different x's what will be the areas. And then question comes, what for we use calculus. That question I raised in early morning also. Now, I am asking what for we use calculus. Calculus are being used, I am interested not for a particular radius what is the area. I am interested to know if I increase my area a little bit, how this area will be affected, what will be the change, is not it. So, calculus is related to changed phenomena, anything changing. If I want to capture that what will change, the dependent variable will be there, independent variable will be there. Independent variable if I change a little bit, what will be the change in the dependent variable. This is the thing we deal with calculus, nothing more than that. And where it arises, here you see this, I want that my volume, suppose this is 1 and then it is 2, then my radius has changed from 1 to 2, I want to know that volume how it changes. So, volume is this one y 1, this is or v 1 if it right, and then 2 it is a v 2. So, how this is changing? When we try to establish this type of relationship, it is the calculus. Okay. So, simple definition, whenever you been encountered with calculus, you just think of this is change phenomena, changing phenomena, independent variable changes and how it affects the changes in dependent variable. Finding this relationship is the calculus. So, when we know this, then there will be nothing hard in understanding things. But problem is that this universe having hundreds of systems, is not it? Circle, I have talked about circle, and circle how many things we are perimeter, area, all these things are coming, like that hundreds of system are there. So, it is very difficult to remember all these formula, even for the same sex physics hundreds formulas, but if you try to remember all those formulas, even for the same sake, I had some, I removed some slides about trigonometry and all these things. First problem I faced in trigonometry. Why? Not because trigonometry was hard. I faced problem remembering hundreds of identities in trigonometry. So, that time our intention is that I have to remember all these things, so that I can write in the exam, and it is very difficult, no. So, always the sin A plus B is equal to sin A cos B cos A sin B, always confusing. 100 times I remember and 100 times I forget. So, it is very difficult, and first phase. Second, we face problem when we try to remember these derivatives dy dx, that sin x cos x, sin cos x minus sin x, always getting confused with one to another. Rather x to the power n, it was an easy one. Okay. So, n x to the power n minus 1, this was only the simple one, others all are confusing. So, but good news is that if you think of this relationship, just see this functional relationship and try to establish whether it is a linear or non-linear. Okay. If it is a linear, then it will be a straight line. If it is a non-linear, it will be a curved line, that is all. So, you just think of a line, any relationship or any function, it will represent a line, and if you know that line, how this line is behaving, then I think math will become very easy. So, that is the good news. Only one line you learn, line characteristics you learn, and you can solve any sort of mathematics. Agreeing with this or not? So, next I have shown that this is the relationship among this linear and non-linear. So, if you efficiently handle lines, or if you know construct any project and solve any function, this is the my starting point for calculus, and throughout the calculus all these voluminous book, everything is dealing with that. 90% problem are with line. Then in second phase, in your college, what you will face? You will face this derivative function of multiple variable. Then it will, when it is a single variable, it will be a line. When it is a two variable, it will be a what will be that? When a function of a two variable, what will be that? What will be that? Function of one variable will be a line. Function of two variable? Function of two variable, what will be that? Now, already you have started, no? Which chapter covered till now? Partial differential. Yeah, partial, then it is a multiple variable, no? Yes. So, what will be the shape of that thing? Curve, no, curve is the single variable. Now, see this, these are the confusions. If you have to remove this confusion, then again it will be very easy. When this function of single variable is line, two variable it will not be a line, no, because two variable, one is x, one is y. So, x and y is a, what is this? Plane, this is x, this is y. So, your variable depending on both, not earlier it was depending on x only one side. So, it was handled by a line, but now your variable is dependent on y as well as x. So, it is a plane. So, that is the thing you are doing, but partial differentiation you are doing without knowing that it is a shape of a plane. Okay. Then three variable will be a space, means solid, like that you can go on n variable, 100 variables, and they are all physically exist, and we have to do that. But today we will finish with this, and this these are the characteristics of lines, and this is a straight lines, and after straight lines we will see these characteristics of this is the thing, characteristics of curved lines, and these two constitutes entire subject of calculus, and next session we will start from here. Okay, thank you for nice participation.